Some very, very sad news, but not totally unexpected news to pass on to you guys. The news has just broken recently. Dwayne Johnson, who is a movie star now, but got his start with the WWE as The Rock, one of the most popular wrestlers in the history of that organization, has announced on social media that fellow legend, one of the greatest wrestlers, and I mean one of the greatest wrestlers in the history of WWE, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, has passed away of stomach cancer. I believe he was 73 years old. The Rock posted on Twitter, quote, "Our family, Tamina Snuka, asked me to share the sad news that her dad, Jimmy Snuka, has just passed away." He then posted in Samoan, Alofa atu lia agua atua, Alofa atua ila agua atua, which translates to love the whole family. And don't ask me how I was able to say that fluently. I got skills like that. Recently, I did a video where I think it was just last month, the trial that he had been participating in, going back to the cold case, which involved his girlfriend back 35 years ago yonder, had been pretty much dismissed because of, I want to say, I didn't go into too much details reading about it, but I think it was due to the deteriorating mental condition and physical condition of Snuka. Also, from lack of evidence, I think the case was dismissed. And also, I think his lawyer had stated that, Snuka had only 6 months to live at least, and turns out to be more or less just more like 6 weeks to live. Hulk Hogan also posted on Twitter saying, quote, "WrestleFly, Superfly, only love Hulk Hogan." I remember him from the 80s, man. I remember him toward the latter part of his career. But I still remember he's just one of the great legends. Like, when you think about the all-time legends in WWE, you think of Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, I'll put up there. Jimmy Superfly Snuka is one of the top 10 to 15 wrestlers of all time. And whether or not he did engage in that, I was some allegations of white beating. Of course, I don't condone anything like that. However, it doesn't take away from his accomplishments in the ring. Maybe he was a bad human being. I don't know whether he committed that horrible act. Hell, you don't even know what mental state he was in. Drugs and everything back then. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I don't know what happened. Okay, but without evidence, I cannot convict somebody unless I know that they did it. That's why I never will say that O.J. Simpson's a murderer. I don't know if he did it or not. Okay, I do know George Zimmerman's a murderer because he was there. Moving on, Jimmy Fox Snuka, for as great as he was, he wrestled in an era where people were getting hit constantly. In recent years, he's had memory problems, cognitive issues. He most likely, I'm going to assume now, if they test him for CTE, he most likely had CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalitis, I think it's what's called. Which is seen in football players and boxers, people who get hit repeatedly over the head. But like I said, Snuka, one of the legendary wrestlers of all time. May he rest in peace. I believe he died at the age of 73, I think he was, of stomach cancer and other ailments as well.